plans if need be.
And I know that's going to be really the case for a lot of people as spring break is underway. People are probably, hopefully if they have spring break this week, maybe they're already at their destination, don't have to worry about this too much. But for people that are maybe leaving later in the week or maybe even planning to get a jump start on next week's spring break if they've got it next week and are going to be leaving Thursday or even trying to get out tomorrow. I mean, things for them to kind of be aware about. How do you see this weather sort of impacting that?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of questions about that, Phil, and it is a great question. Some folks taking off tomorrow afternoon, starting to drive south. And, of course, there is reason for concern. You can see actually a level 4 severe weather risk from about Evansville, Indiana, down through the heart of the Mississippi Valley, down through Memphis to the east side of Little Rock with a level 3 risk. Essentially, if you were traveling from West Michigan all the way down to Nashville, either a level 3 or a level 4 risk, which is significant. Here's, again, one model how we expect things to potentially unfold. You'll notice by late afternoon, things are still pretty quiet. But then if we start to see those storms develop, which I think is more of a likelihood further south, you can see that by the evening commute, we'll start to see some. And then this is going to be mainly an evening event south of Indianapolis, really south of the state line. So by 9 o'clock to about midnight, you see all that weather down there, potentially down toward Kentucky. In that area, tornadoes definitely a possibility, damaging winds likely. And it could start as far north as up here in Grand Rapids. The best chance of severe weather will likely be south of Indianapolis. But again, if you're traveling south, a lot of folks are. Until you get to about Nashville, you're really going to want to pay close attention to that. Some tips if you are traveling during severe weather. It's a good idea to sign up for a location-based severe weather alert. So if you have an app that can track your location, it can warn you when warnings are issued. And some GPS systems now, including Google Maps and Apple Maps, will actually alert you as well if there's severe weather along your route. So that's really important to pay attention to. Check the weather radar often. It's one of your best tools, and you'll likely be able to see some of that weather coming. Now, it will get harder after dark, but even with lightning, just keep an eye out ahead of you where you're traveling. And that's always a great tip regardless. And when in doubt, if you have storms coming and you're not sure what they're doing, just take a break, let the storms pass, pull off the highway, and just let it ride by. I think that's always a safe bet. If you're traveling on Thursday, the severe weather risk remains, especially between about Indianapolis and northern Alabama, but it's a level 2, so it is lower. The greater threat is going to be heavy rain. And through the end of the week down there, they're looking at the potential of a foot of rain where you see those shades of purple and white. Yeah, from about Little Rock all the way up through Memphis and Louisville. So very heavy rain, impactful rain expected down there. So if you're traveling really through the rest of the week, from about Wednesday night through the rest of the week, you're going to likely run into some rain in that area, and you'll have to kind of keep a close eye on that situation as well. So busy weather down there, especially if you're traveling overnight Wednesday into Thursday. You'll want to stay very weather aware. But for the most part, I think as long as you play it smart, as long as you're up to date on what's happening, you should be all right.
Yeah, definitely want to encourage everybody to do as Blake says, stay up to date with everything. Take kind of a mental photograph if you can, or you can definitely find more information on the weather we're going to be seeing over on woodytv.com as well. Pay attention to the radars, of course, and again, that severe weather risk in that area. Seeing this now, it reminds me I got to check in with my family down in Memphis, make sure everything's good over the next couple of days, because you see anything in that 4 range, you kind of get a little bit worried.
Yes, absolutely.